Hey, Poornima, congratulations. An amazing journey that we have done together.
Thank you, Shri. I should congratulate you too because one more of your student has graduated in the fantastic way.
Pinadi, right? Like just
Yeah.
recently, Padmini graduated, and you are graduating. Tomorrow,
Yes.
Ramya is graduating. So,
Oh, lovely.
really a very, very nice feeling for a coach as well as the client. So,
Exactly.
I would, if you can share, like recount the journey from 10 months back, Poornima, how does it make you feel, and what do you have to share?
Yes. See, 10 months ago when I got into the program, I got into it. See, I was a total stranger to you. Maybe other people had their friends recommending and all those things, but I was totally a stranger. I was looking for somebody to help me to transform my eating habits and lose some weight. That was my agenda so that I stay fit and healthy over a long run. With the COVID striking and I getting more time to stay at home, I had started binge eating and things like that. I knew what I was doing was not right, but I did not know where exactly and how exactly should I start the journey towards correcting myself and things like that. So when I was going through Facebook, your name popped up, and then I went through all the stories in your feeds and all those things, and I felt, okay, this looks something different. And people are talking, it's a different kind of a program. It doesn't have diet charts and all those things, but still, but let me give it a chance. I've done a couple of definitely dietitians have helped me in the past also to overcome some of my medical conditions and all those things. So, but I wanted somebody who would really do it in a nicer way, and I just approached you, and that's how we came in touch. And then I got into the program without knowing what it was. My aim was like, okay, it's going to be a 3-month thing. I'm going to join, and then you're going to give out some diet charts to me, which I'm going to follow it to the T. And then because I had enough time, now I'll be able to stick to the time chart, all those things. And then I'm going to bring about some transformation was what I was thinking, and I got into the program. From there, what I went through is totally unimaginable and unbelievable. And I can't tell you what it has been. And I never thought I could sustain myself in a transformation journey like this for this long. And at the end of 10 months, what I feel is, okay, this is not like any diet that I had followed. I would have said, yes, I followed it for 3 months or 6 months. And then always that fear would always be there. When I get back to my normal eating habits, what is going to happen? Is that weight again going to come back? Or always that thought would linger in my mind. Is this feasible for me to follow for the rest of my life? Was always a question that used to linger in my mind. But with this 10-month journey, it's totally different. I have the confidence that I have learned something for the rest of my life. It's not rigid rules that I need to follow. And it's not constantly, my mind is not getting the signal that, no, you need to do this, only then you are going to be healthy. You need to do this, only then you're going to maintain your weight. That sort of inner voices are not there. I have transformed into an individual where, I know I have learned the good habits that I can follow for the rest of my life. I can even make it better. I can work upon it, and whenever it's okay to go back sometimes, not follow these norms and go back to your normal self. But I don't think so I will again anytime go back to my what I was this 10 months ago. Because I know what is right and I'm enjoying doing this. So this is going to be a lifelong transformation, and I'm going to get better and better. So the program might have ended, but I think this is the beginning of the best part of my life that is going to. So big thank you.
Absolutely, Poornima. Thank you so much for articulating so beautifully. I think you summed it up so well.
Yeah.
You basically quit any kind of rigid rules or restrictive mindset. The stories started to change. The stories that
Yes.
you're telling yourself, I
Yes.
should not be doing to. Okay, I can do this. This seems fine. This seems my body is kind of responding to this. I seem to like this. I seem to enjoy this. So why can't I keep doing this? Those kind of the language started changing, right? From a very, very rigid person who beats herself up to somebody who's really kind and compassionate to herself, right?
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
And I remember our first conversation, it was all about how you can, how you want to run,
Yeah.
how you want to climb the stairs without panting,
Yes.
have more confidence from within, and how you want to feel more active, not want to feel lethargic and take naps. So how do you think you've kind of improved in all of these areas, Poornima?
The improvement has been tremendous, Sri, I should say. See, yes, about my physical activity, I thought only running was a good thing to prove myself and things like that. But from there again, the change in mindset has been amazing. The person, whoever has been training me, I thought I should get physically a little bit better so that I'll be able to run. But looking into what you have done, lifting weights and all those things, that inspired me to do something different, not only running, because nowadays if I run I get a little bit of knee pain and things like that, but that does not it has not brought me down from doing my physical activity. I have improved over the other areas of my physical activity, like lifting weights or doing the other floor exercises. I feel extremely happy, and I feel extremely my mobility, the range of my mobility is amazing. I never knew I could do all these things. That sort of a range has come. So climbing up the stairs without panting is totally gone. It's like I climb up,
Yay!
yeah. I climb up and down like nobody's business. It's like as if I'm walking on the plain surface. That sort of a feeling I get. And I always was scared. When we are in the kitchen or when we want to pull up something from the topmost rack of our almirah in the bedroom. I always was looking forward to my husband or my child to come and help, or even if I got on the ladder, then I was scared, will I come down without falling down? That was the fear I had. But now, with all these festivals coming, when I had to climb up to pull down something, I did it myself. People in my home were astonished. Oh, you did it yourself, you didn't call us. Was the reaction. The confidence in those areas has really improved, and it only has given me more assurance that I can do much more and even more. And one of my fears, if you have known, I always thought I should stay independent even when I'm 70 or 75. I should not be dependent on someone to do my little things at home. I think I will hit it, and it will be better. At 75, people will be envious looking at me.
Absolutely.
So that's what yeah, that's the thing I have undergone. And yes, of course, what if I can run short distances, I'm happy. I wanted to run a marathon all the time, but even if it's short distance, I'm very happy. The basic thing is I have learned to feel happy with whatever I'm doing and build upon whatever I have done already. So that was not the mindset earlier. Earlier it used to be like, if I had to do 10-kilometer marathon, if I have not done it, I would have thought I'm a failure and I'm not good for nothing, was my thought process. Now, even if I run for 1 kilometer, I say, yeah, fantastic, you did 1 kilometer, another 9 is nothing, That sort of an attitude, the change in mindset has happened.
Wow.
And I never thought, and getting into this program was to correct my eating habits and bring down my weight. I never thought this mindset shift is going to happen through this program. I'm still wondering how your eating habits can affect the rest of your activities in your life. It's still wondering, and it's fantastic.
So celebrating small wins, right?
Yes.
And the way you kind of perceived exercise, that has changed completely. The
Yes.
mindset with which you operated, that exercise meant only running 5K, right? Or only running meant that you were physically fit. But you
Yeah.
started exploring different ways in which your body can move and actually build strength and feel comfortable and improve fitness, mobility, endurance, all of that, right?
Yeah.
So you allowed yourself to do that and you saw huge improvements from showing up.
Yes.
I don't think you ever missed a single workout, Poornima. I mean, you've been
No.
like pretty good showing up, or your consistency is really, really high, right? You
Yes.
never gave up. And I think that is kind of your biggest strength, Poornima. Whatever practice you picked up, you were extremely committed and consistent,
Thank you.
as best as you could, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Life throws curveballs, but it's about how you build skills and build confidence from showing up and and not give up, right? And
Exactly.
again, The ladder thing I clearly remember. I think on our first call you absolutely mentioned even climbing a ladder is giving you the scares.
Yes, yes,
So again, the confidence comes from improving your fitness and and practicing these skills.
exactly.
So another thing was the heaviness and the bloating you felt at times, right? It was kind
Yes.
of pulling you down and making you feel very tired and lethargic. How are you doing now?
Bloating is almost nil, I should say. I don't feel heavy. I used to get a little bit of edema in my legs and all this. Nowadays, I'm not seeing them. So see, at 4:30, I'm sitting and I'm talking to you, and it's like, otherwise this would have been my nap time, and I would call it a nap time, but then it would extend beyond an hour, and then I get up groggy, don't feel like doing anything. So my most of my plans to cook dinner, it would have happened in my dreams, in my nap, and then it will not happen in reality, because after getting up I used to be so lethargic, and I never felt good about myself.
Mm.
Now there's been, with all the meal prepping that you've taught me, and I'm able to follow all those things. So even if it is a nap I take for 5-10 minutes, this entire week I never took a nap, I should say. That's what
Wow.
I'm so, because all my afternoons are going into more productive things like your meal prepping, cutting your vegetables, storing them, or sorting out something in the kitchen, or sorting out about any other activities that you want to do. So I feel good about myself, and there's no bloating. Maybe
Mm.
occasionally here and there I might feel a little bit of bloating, but otherwise I don't even realize that it is bloating.
Mm.
Once I start feeling a little bit lighter, then I realize, okay, it was a little bit of bloating or something, is what is my thought process. So
Mm.
that's it about what you asked about bloating and lethargy. I'm feeling happy. I don't feel it gives you a good sense, feeling of happiness, that you
Mm.
put your time to the right use.
Mm.
Nap is not a bad thing, which you told
Mm.
me. But then the
Mm.
sensation after you get up and you're not doing anything, no, that gives you the bad feeling. So all that is gone.
Oh, fantastic. So, and the energy levels are really up. You
Yes,
absolutely look fresh and active, Poornima.
yes, yes. Thank
Um,
you.
the other thing was, the relationship with yourself and the scale. How do you feel right now?
That I gave you a tough run, I should say. As a client, I don't know if anyone else troubled you that much, because I was so obsessed with the number on the scale. Because the mindset with which I joined was, I wanted to lose some weight. That was the prerequisite with which I had joined the program. So 3 months into the program, and not seeing any change in the scale, or sometimes even a little bit of 500 or 600 grams excess of whatever weight I had when I joined the program, that used to make me jittery. And then I used to have the doubt, like, am I doing the right thing? Or am I not following whatever you're asking me to do? At one point of time when I joined, you had asked
Purnima,
me
one
to,
second.
yeah,
I'm sure as you say this, everyone watching this video will be nodding because you are not alone.
okay, thank you.
So let me tell you that.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So, this is your hallmark. You're not alone. That used to put me to so much of comfort. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. Please go
No
ahead.
problem, no problem. So that used to bring my spirits down like anything, and I used to bother you, asking you, what is it that I'm not doing, or where am I going wrong? I even asked you, am I doing the right thing by being in the program, and all those things I've asked you. So that happened, and slowly when you said, no, you're not alone, it's the same thing, you're not alone, everybody goes through this. And I felt I was eating more than what I was eating earlier, because adding protein, adding vegetables, adding curds, everything, I thought, oh my God, this is something like reverse dieting is happening here. So after the third month of one of these calls that we had, I thought everything is fine. It's just that I should shift my mindset of thinking, like, not focusing on the result that is happening, and I should start enjoying the process that is happening. So then I started doing the things that you asked me to do, and I stopped looking at the scale once in a week. I stopped that, and then I was feeling good that I was exactly following what was there in the program. It's not exactly, it's not following the chart. It's like the practices were going on good, and I had started feeling good. And then one fine day, I felt lighter. And then I thought, let me go on to the scale and then check the scale. And I saw few kgs coming down like that. So it gave me more, I felt very happy. But there again, no, because of the change in mindset, those few kgs falling down did not make me extremely happy or elated, I should say. I felt, yes, okay, it has come down. Okay, if I follow this process, results will be seen, is what I came. And the second thing that I picked up was, if I need to see some change in me in whatever thing that I do, let it be weight or loss of inch or any other activity in life, there is certain amount of process that you have to go through, and there is certain amount of effort that you need to put in. If you put in that, then the results will come. There's no meaning in just focusing on the results and not focusing on the process that we need to go through. So that mind shift has brought me a lot of peace of mind. Otherwise, looking at the weighing scale, we used to lose peace of mind. My peace would go away. But now there is lots of peace of mind, and I don't go and check on the scale every now and then. And if I feel lighter, I'm happy. I can even say, I feel lighter, so I might weigh this much, is what is my mental thing that I say, and then I just move on. It doesn't really tempt me unless I have to put in the progress in the chart. I get on the scale. Otherwise, I don't really get on the scale. And if my clothes are fitting better, my old clothes are fitting better, that gives me an extreme sense of happiness that I'm doing the right things. So all these things. So my fight with the scale has ended.
Where to go, Poornima?
Yeah.
So focusing on the behaviors rather than the outcome,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The outcome is definitely not under our control, but our behaviors are. So what is it that you can do even just a little bit better is what we kept looking at, right?
Yes.
Those
Yes.
1% improvements. How can you improve even just a little bit?
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to ask was, I mean, who did you see in the mirror before the program? And when you see yourself now, who do you see?
Before the program, like, it was a middle-aged woman, was looking at her, whose tummy used to come out first whenever she looked at the mirror. So that's where I focused. I should say my middle area was vast. So I used to focus on that. And then I was thinking, I'm aging a little bit, though I might say I'm always a person who age really did not matter. And I would not bother about how I looked or how somebody else perceived at me, looking at me. All those things really did not bother me. But I always thought, yes, I'm slowly moving towards aging. The body changes are definitely going to happen. You cannot do anything about it, is what the thing. And little bit of problem with body image, and my confidence levels in certain areas were really not so good. And I thought maybe I've hit a wall where physically I will not be able to do beyond this, or my mental thought processes at that time. Now, when I look at myself, I don't feel bad about any of my body image, anything. I feel extremely happy, extremely confident, even in certain areas where I was not feeling confident. And I always say, yes, you can do it. You just have to put in your mind, you can do it, and anything is doable and you can achieve anything. So I look at a very confident, younger looking woman, not a middle-aged woman, a confident, younger looking woman, and I'm
Nice.
slowly moving towards it, looking like a girl,
Reverse aging, right?
Reverse aging, exactly.
Reverse dieting, reverse aging. Wow, what is this? You hit reverse. I don't know.
Yeah. So my confidence levels is back when I was doing my UG, when I was doing my MBBS. I always thought I can achieve anything and everything in life. So
Yeah.
so this I'm going back at least to my UG days, where mentally
Back to the future, Madri, la time travel.
exactly same thing.
Nice.
Good.
So you see a very strong, confident woman who is not paying too much attention to the way her physique is, but what she can do with that physique,
Yes.
with that body. What are you capable of?
Yes.
And your own limiting beliefs were stopping you, right?
Yes.
Today you're thinking like, I'm unstoppable. There is nothing that can stop me. I can put my efforts and I know I can achieve whatever I want. So you've got that self-confidence back, self-esteem back.
Yes.
Right. And fantastic work there, Poornima. I mean, it requires a lot of effort noticing your own thoughts and emotions. And again, let's come back to that notice and name and how that has helped you. Can you share?
When you introduce that notice and name, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to do it? Because, I'm a little bit impulsive person, and when it comes to work or even household chores, if I need to do this, it has to be done then and there. And if I expect someone else to do that work, they should do it the way I want it to be done. So there is no two ways. And so people used to run away from me. I did not even realize that, till now. About that, I would like to talk at the end. But this notice a name. But you told me, like, notice a name when the practice was introduced to me. Initially, it was really tough. Like, I would have finished reacting to any situation, and then I would have thought, oh, maybe I should have noticed it. Even being aware of that I have reacted in the not so right way happened only when this practice was introduced. That, okay, if any situation comes, you need not react immediately. You can give it a pause, notice what you're thinking, and then you can name the emotions that you're going through. So that, I find, it's only a way of allowing you to think how you should respond or react to that situation. So the name could be notice and name, but it's a fantastic practice. So initially it was tough. And then later on, it was like, I would have finished reacting, then I would have thought, okay, maybe I should have given it a name and things like that. And slowly over a period of time, now I don't name the emotion there exactly, but then I take a pause. Whenever there is a situation, I take a pause. I think, what is the right thing to be done, or what is the best thing could be done. It's not even right, I should say. There's nothing right or wrong. That too, I learned it from this program. Continuum. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's nothing right or wrong. So what is the best thing for that time and that situation can be done is what I'm doing. So am I 100% correct all the time? That's not sure. But 80% of the time I'm able to respond in the right way. So that gives me more peace of mind, more mental happiness. That inner burning sensation, I should say, if something happened, that has come down.
Talk about how Sneha and Chakri commented about your transformation, Poornima.
Oh, that's what just now she only came and she told me, you're thinking too much, you're not becoming a girl, you're still a woman. Okay, that's okay. My family, that's what I will tell on this. I didn't even know my own people were scared of me, or they used to think twice before they had to respond to any of the tantrums that I was throwing. I didn't know that still this program happened, So once this program happened and my anger levels came down and my responses changed, every now and then my daughter, at least few times in a day, she says, I can't believe it's you. It's you. You have changed. You have changed. And so the famous tagline goes in my house saying, that Sri Vidya Poornima, that Sri Vidya Poornima. I don't know how many times you get hiccups at your home, because that many times your name is being mentioned at my family by my family members. They say, before Sri Vidya and after Sri Vidya. That's the transformation. And I did not even realize that I was so ferocious earlier. That's what I should say. And now it has changed completely. So they are extremely happy. So it's all the woman of the house, when she is cool and calm, The entire atmosphere at home is totally different. I've always heard a woman makes or breaks, but I didn't know I was breaking in the process of making.
I remember the first time Sneha on one of the calls popped by and said, "Auntie, what are you doing to my mom? I don't recognize her anymore."
That's the thing. That was even the initial days.
Yeah.
This happened even during the festival. Vinayak Chaturthi day also some goof up was happening, and I was just calm. I was in the kitchen. I was doing my work, and my daughter comes and says, "Amma, is that you? Why are you not responding? Why are you not?" I said, "What will I do by responding? Let the things happen the way it has to happen. Nothing is wrong."
My goodness.
Both of them were in shock. They go into spells of shock when such moments happen, and I enjoy that, you know.
Nice.
Like,
so losing that perfectionist mindset,
yes,
right?
yes.
You have talked about it. We have shared, in fact, we share a little bit of that OCD, you know
I know.
So, right? So losing that perfectionist mindset, and of course, being kind to yourself and taking care of yourself, Poornima, which women of today are not doing still, right?
Yeah,
No matter how many decades have passed, and the taking care of yourself, adu is giving you that peace of mind. Okay, I'm doing something towards myself. I'm prioritizing me.
Yes.
அப்படிங்கிறது it's a huge feeling, இல்லையா Poornima? How did that feel to
It
take care
really
of
feels
yourself?
good. It gives me happiness, and happiness is a small word, I should say. Lot of peace of mind and all those things. But taking care of ourselves allows us to be kind with the other person also. When you're not happy with what you want, see, the conflict comes when you want to do something, and when you want to achieve something, when you want to be a certain way of life you want to lead, and you're not able to do it with yourself. That's when it comes out as anger or conflict, and that reaction towards the opposite person. But when you're happy with yourself and in peace with yourself, the way you look at the other person totally changes. You're more kind towards them. The way you look at, you always put yourself in their shoes, and then you see the situation. That's when all this reaction and all those things come down. And so once we are happy with ourselves, that self-love helps you to extend it to the others around you. So this has been a great learning for me through this program.
And the helplessness, right, of not taking care of yourself, and that irritability is what comes through.
Exactly. It spills over every aspect of our lives. So this 10 months has been a great transformation. I don't know. See, we are not even talking about the food habit or the food transformation. It's something bigger thing in lives is what has transformed. And when people ask me, what are you doing? Like many people now I'm meeting after the COVID, we are meeting, and I say, you've changed. What is happening? What did you do? All that I can tell them is it's a habit transformation course that I joined. I don't even tell them that I joined a diet course. I don't want to put it there. I don't want to put this program in that platform. Going to a nutritionist for a diet change is totally different thing, is what I've realized now. And at times I feel sorry I'm not able to explain what exactly I've gone through to the other person.
If you knew me before, you will know the transformation now.
Yeah, exactly. No, people tell me that my close circle knows me. That close circle, and people tell me you're glowing. Some people even told me, who are not very close, they told me I can perceive a sense of peace in your mind. I can. That's what they told me. I said, yes, it has happened.
Very nice compliment, Poornima, right? As opposed to, hey, it's about your body or your weight.
Exactly. அது first பேசிடுவாங்க எல்லாரும். I feel sad when somebody talks about that. Okay, go.
அடுத்தது மேல வா.
So அந்த அடுத்த level பேசினா I consider them a little bit elevated souls. திமிரு எனக்கு ரொம்ப அதிகம். What to do?
So உனக்கு குறையே வேண்டாம் Poornima. Next eating behaviors தான். So ஒன்னு வந்து I remember you used to eat out a lot.
Yes.
At least 3 to 4 times a week you used to order out. ஏதாவதுனா Swiggy, right? How do you think your eating behaviors changed during the course?
During the course, yes. Swiggy வந்து கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா கம்மியாச்சு. I will not say drastically it improved ன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன், because once my nap, that was my dinner was my weakness. Morning and all, I used to get up, I used to finish my cooking and all those things. Dinner was always a big question mark. Even now, sometimes we think what to do, what not to do. But with this habits of meal prepping and able to decide what to do the next day, the previous day itself, decide lam pannita, then it becomes easy to cook. So now the status in my home is Swiggy is almost nil. It's become once a week process, or only on Sunday. All the three of us as a family, we go out to a safe place to have one meal and come back. We have all started to enjoy the home cooked food, so much so that even Sneha, who wants to eat this, that, I try to cook something according to her liking. Or if it is something extremely some pasta, some which I'm not able to recreate at home, I say please go out and eat. That's what I left. But otherwise, eating outside has come down drastically. And the way I started experimenting with fruits and vegetables, because practice of adding more colors came in. That's when I started to move out of my comfort zone. I started getting yellow. Now I have to add capsicum. Yellow capsicum once in a while I used to buy, but this has become a routine feature. Buying those cherry tomatoes, yellow thing, and trying to add tofu in the diet. Tofu was a big scary thing for me. I used to run edo pay paatha madri. I used to run looking at tofu. But then this program gave me the courage to experiment with whatever I had fear to do with. So then I got tofu, add paneer. I realized tofu is as good as paneer. It doesn't even taste any different. It's all the way that we make it and we eat it. And so adding more colors, so experimenting with more fruits. And when it came to salad, salad was like, how to survive with salad. Is it even humanly possible? Was my thought process. But now, at least weekly, twice or thrice, I go with a salad for lunch, and I'm extremely happy. How this has transformed my family is, today Chakrapani took 2 bowls of chickpea salad, and fruits is what he took for lunch. A man who eats 5 courses of full Andhra meals. He just asked me, and I was in shock today. Shock you had the chickpea salad the day before yesterday, that's what I want. And so he's extremely happy. So the rest of the family members are also enjoying what we are enjoying. So that's a big change at home. So we have all moved from the fixed mindset that lunch na you should have sambar, rasam, poriyal, or one kootu, more korambu, vata korambu, anything should be there. This is how it should be. And you should finish a meal with tayar sadam and urga was my mindset. From there, today I also had that salad. I felt like having keera korambu, so I made keera korambu. I had rice with keera korambu. I finished it up with a cup of curd. Otherwise, it had to be keera korambu kapru or tayar sadam sapta, that siesta. Why will I not nap? I will nap for the rest of the day. Adella mari poi. So we have extremely happy as a family to eat at home, try varieties, and I never thought I would do all these things. If someone had asked me to eat just salad, saying that this is a diet you should follow, I would have dropped. Because we changed the thought processes and the mindset change happened. I could change the diet, the food that I ate, and I'm enjoying everything. I never feel I'm starving or I'm being deprived of something. Nothing. Like for Vinayak Chaturthi, I had 8 to 10 korkatais, small size korkatais only, but I binged on korkatai that day. I can't tell you the amount of mental satisfaction I got.
The feeling of freedom, right?
Freedom, yes. Allowing yourself to eat whatever you want. So, Annik okkand na poha vara saapten. Sneha said, Amma, is this your 4th kolkata? I said, I have lost count. I don't know. And she said, what's wrong with you? I said, no, I have allowed myself to eat. I'm eating only once in a year. Pillayar Chaturthi happens, you cannot question me. That's what I told her, and I ate. And that mental satisfaction, for the next 2-3 days, எனக்கு சாப்பிடணும்னு தோணவே இல்லை. And I was very mindful about what I ate. It's not that I said I'm having a cheat meal because I had கொழுக்கட்டை. அந்த மாதிரி thought எல்லாம் இல்லை. Okay, கொழுக்கட்டை சாப்பிட்ட அந்த பரம திருப்தி. Now I feel why Ganesha feels happy after eating all the கொழுக்கட்டை. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு happiness, and I had the next 3-4 days ரொம்ப சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடா இருந்தேன். எனக்கு வந்து சாப்பிடணும்னு கூட தோணல. I never knew allowing yourself to eat whatever you want to eat and play on your mind that much was a big revelation.
The mental peace and that emotional it's something.
Yes.
When you truly allow yourself and again enjoy and love the food that you're eating. So நீ சொல்றதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா nutrition wise not just your habits changed but the family's habits changed as well. Yes. I remember how Sneha used to remind you, Amma, you have to do this meal prepping, let me help you, and right?
Exactly, yeah. Now every Wednesday afternoon, both of us sit and she cuts the vegetables. I also cut whatever green peas, urchi vekkiradu, machaka urchi vekkiradu, all those things we do, and we happily watch a movie, and during the process we do this. So it happens just like that. Earlier when I started the program, that itself was a big burden for me. It looked like a big core, sure, I have to do this, ayyo idu pandlana enna, all those things. I went through those anxiety moments, but now it's but I looking back, it has just slowly become a part of life, and it easily happens. So anytime you open my refrigerator, at least 2 or 3 cut vegetables are there. Worst come worst, if I am not able to do anything also, I can pull out something and I can get a meal ready within half an hour. So that confidence I have got in my eating habits or whatever meal prepping.
Amazing Poornima. I mean, and the perfectionist mindset again was stopping you from thinking beyond, right?
Yes.
இப்படி பண்ணாதான் கரெக்ட், இதுக்கு மேல இப்படி பண்ணலன்னா அவ்வளவுதான், that's all, அந்த மாதிரி திங்க் பண்ணாம. And so many mindset traps and beliefs that you are caught in relating to the food, right? Around carbs or around trying out certain new things, or like salad or tofu, any of that. So idalla you had to kind of break out of, right? And when you set yourself free and you tried all of it, let's talk about how the food is now making you feel.
Food makes me feel very happy. You can see it on my face.
You're glowing.
Oh, thank you. So whatever I eat it happily. I don't look at it like this is the carb, the protein, vegetable. No, I know, because I'm able to set my plate. That setting the plate is a beautiful art that I'm still mastering. I'm still mastering. It's work in progress. But I know when I just keep everything on the plate, I look at it with all love, and I happily, I start the meal with a sense of satisfaction. Then that the practice where you taught me, are you eating after you're feeling hungry? That was a revelation. Then that set me to think.
Know why you're eating, right? Why you're eating. Understanding your cues.
Yes, understanding your cues, Then I realized for many years I've been eating without getting hungry. He said, வயிறு சத்தம் போடுறதா? சத்தமா? வயிறா?
I know, I remember Poornima, the one time you shared, hey, for the first time I could actually hear a grumbling sound from my stomach.
Exactly, Amma. It's been ages. So that grumbling used to happen when I was in college. I used to do all those stupid hours of duties and all those things. அப்பதான் வயிறு கராமுரான் சத்தம் போடும். Maybe that was the reason why I thought, like, never in my life I should allow my stomach to grumble again. விட்டுட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So after all these years, after many years, I could hear that grumbling sound. Now I hear it very often. Okay, so then that's why. And so I set up my meal, and then I look at it with all happiness, satisfaction, and I thank God for whatever food that has come on the plate, and then I enjoy eating it. That slow eating is another practice. I don't know where evlo pesna. I will talk for another 1 hour and thondradhu enakku. Okay, so the slow eating was another practice where and slow, I never knew there is something like slow eating. You can spend 20 minutes on eating one meal of yours. Was a crime for me, because It was always mornings. I'm rushing to the clinic, so I just grab my whatever shake that I've made. Gada gada gada. I'll drink. Sometimes I've sat in my car also, and I've had my shake, and I'll pick up the cup while coming back from work. That's all I have done. And then having my lunch also. It used to be in between patients, and if two or three patients were waiting, then I used to just gulp something, push it down my throat, and go away. Only dinners used to be more relaxing, but that used to be from outside. So how many unhealthy things I was doing, I didn't know. So because of this COVID, no, that is one of the best thing that happened. We work half a day, so I can sit at home, and I picked up this habit of eating slowly. 20 minutes was a big punishment in the beginning, but then slowly it happened, and that chewing the food, enjoying the taste that bursts into your mouth, everything, that gives me even more satisfaction. So till the next meal or for a few hours, I'm not feeling happy. I'm not thinking of food. What was happening was because I was rushing through the thing. Always my mind was thinking of food. What else to feed? What else to feed? So I used to get all sorts of snacks and keep at home. Can I eat this? Can I eat that? And when I was eating the snack, I used to eat it with guilt. இந்த மிக்சர் சாப்பிட்டேன், ஐயோ மிக்சர் சாப்பிடுறோமே, ஐயோ மிக்சர் சாப்பிடுறோமேன்னு சொல்லி அதே ஒரு 5 தடவை போய் சாப்பிட்டு வந்திருப்பேன். Okay, all those things, all those chains have broken because of this practice of setting a meal, eating slowly, and feeling that satisfaction. Many changes have happened.
Very nicely you shared, Poornima, the meal plating skills, right? When you plate your meal, there begins your satisfaction already.
Yes.
Right? You look at the colors, you are sitting down, you mindfully plated your meal, and over time, from eyeballing the portions, you already could make out what is going to keep you satisfied. What should a balanced meal look like, right? So you've taken so much practice and hard work every day to plate your meal. The other thing is skills relating to meal planning and prepping. Right? And then of course the know why you're eating, hunger cues, paying attention to your hunger cues. So I think those kind of were the game changers for you, right? Poornima?
Exactly.
Midway through the program.
Yes, that listening to your inner cues was the turning point for me. That was the turning point.
And the emotional eating, stress eating, Adala, how did you conquer?
Emotional eating, stress eating. As I said, when I joined the program, I used to eat tubs and tubs of ice creams. As soon as my lunch was over, tubs of ice creams used to be there, and all those things. The first few calls, and I used to binge it on puri, anything masala puri. I used to think it's low in calories, so I can gulp as much as I want. But then you taught me red food, yellow food, and green food, So puri came in the red food. That itself was a big shock for me. Puri has become a red food for me. Okay, so then I started becoming mindful. I started buying smaller packs of ice cream and keeping it in the refrigerator. Nothing was denied. That's why I'm happy about it. And the smaller packs of ice cream came in, and then I started buying smaller quantities of snacks. Whatever I was eating became smaller, and then they were slowly I moved it away from my eyesight.
Shaping the environment, right? Yes. Make it inconvenient,
invisible, and slowly. But over a period of 1 or 2 months into the program, I slowly realized ice creams were there in the refrigerator, but I was not even drawn towards it. I think I didn't. It's only the practices that helped me to get away from this stress eating and emotional eating, rather than me concentrating on. If I had concentrated on that, saying that no, I should not eat, maybe I would have ended up eating more. So this all these practices helped me to get away from the whatever stress eating or emotional eating I was doing. So I think with these practices of keeping the food away, getting smaller quantities, allowing yourself to eat if you want to eat. Not that I've completely stopped in ice cream. Day before yesterday also I had a scoop of ice cream. I feel happy. So there's no denial at all. So that's the best part of this program, You can eat still whatever you want to eat and feel happy about it.
And most importantly, like using mindfulness to become more aware of yourself and being present in the moment, and actually getting to the root cause of why you're eating. Once you understand the root cause of why you're eating, then like you said, no matter, even if you may have the tub of ice cream sitting in the freezer and you're not drawn to it because you understand, right?
Yes.
There is a trigger and that is making you do this. Maybe this time I don't want to allow myself to do it.
Yes.
Right? Just as how you allow yourself to do it, that you also have the autonomy to decide not to allow yourself to do it as well.
Exactly.
Right? And be comfortable with it.
Yes.
And learning when are the situations you want to allow yourself and when are the situations you don't want to allow yourself.
Allow yourself.
Right?
Yes.
Again, the power lies within you. It's not the food calling your name and calling the shots. Right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Brilliant share there, Poornima. So we talked about your energy levels, relationship with your food, yourself, your scale, feeling good about yourself. Let's talk about eating habits. We covered mindset, beliefs, internal regulation, and then let's talk about deep health. நம்ம சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? All the 6 domains. So most importantly, before we get there, talk about how this is all reflecting in your professional space, Poornima. I mean, you are a doctor who's attending to people like non-stop through the day, you know, handling really difficult situations. I know the one time you had an emotional breakdown, right?
Yes.
Peak second wave times,
Yes.
right? So how do you think you were able to overcome all of it? And today, where do you see yourself in the professional space versus before?
Yes. Earlier in my professional space, like everywhere, no, there also the perfection mindset comes, and I always used to be. I think my profession, there is no place for any error. That is no second thoughts about it. So that stress always used to be there, and that, you know, I used to, my empathy towards the patients now I feel was a little bit lesser. Appo I thought I was empathetic with them, but I was always concentrating on how my work should be, what the outcome is going to be, what the result is going to be, and how am I going to help that patient. All these things used to be my thing. So it used to be a big stress. Now with this a new found peace of mind and all those things, I'm able to think in a calmer way. I don't rush to my work. Like earlier, I had to rush because of various other factors. Now, because of getting up in the morning and slowly, smoothly slipping into the day and not rushing through the day. So I reach my place early, quite comfortable. I'm able to listen better to my patients. I'm more empathetic with them when they say something, all those things. And earlier, if I had instructed something and if the patient does not follow, maybe I will not show it to them directly, but from inside that volcano would erupt and all those things used to happen. Now I give the time to the patients. Okay, if they are not understanding, they're not understanding. That's what they are. So I'm at more peace, I'm more calm, and my confidence is more. Always earlier it used to be like, தப்பு பண்ணக்கூடாதே, எதுவும் பண்ணிடக்கூடாதே அப்படின்னு. இப்போ வந்து no, it's not going to happen. I'm more in control of myself, so it's all going to be fine. Is what I'm telling. The inner dialogue that I'm telling myself has completely changed. It used to be, though it is tapu pannakudaduna, you know, you're not giving the right signal to your mind. So now it's the other way around. So I'm more at peace with my job and extremely happy. And my behavior with my subordinates is also drastically changed. Like my own girls there who help me out, or my typist and all those things. Earlier, they used to be shit scared of me. Now I realize that. Okay. One mistake and they are done for the day. That's it. Now I allow them that space to make that mistake, and I'm able to tell them in a nicer way. You should not do this. You can be a better person. You can improve, is what I'm talking to them. And so that ambience also is changing. It's a really happy feeling.
Win-win, right? Win-win for you as well as the people
girls
who receive on the receiving end of it. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that, Poornima.
Thank you, Sri Vidya.
So wow, avlo level ku you're seeing that shift in your behavior, right?
Yes.
From basically just pausing to take note of your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, right? You're able to bring about the change in you on its own, right? Without any external push or anybody pointing fingers, The change happened as you started noticing yourself and you transformed,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the best thing, right? Or self-development or self-improvement rather than anybody saying, அது யாராவது இப்ப நானே நீ இது பண்ணிதான் ஆகணும்னு சொல்லியிருந்தானா அது வந்திருக்காது.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. என்னோட கேரக்டர் வேற அந்த மாதிரி கேரக்டர். யாராவது இதை செய்யுன்னு சொன்னா ஏன் செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிற ஆள் நான். ஓகே, ஏன் சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அது அப்ப சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து அப்படிதான். I'm born like that. Okay, my mom had tough time to bring me up. Okay, it's nothing wrong. It's a manufacturing defect அது. Okay, so
நானும் அப்படிதான் பூர்ணிமா, கவலைப்படாத, எல்லாரும் அப்படிதான், சொன்னா பண்ண மாட்டோம்.
நம்மளா உணர்ந்து நம்மளா பண்ணா அதோட அவுட்கமே வேற மாதிரி. It's totally beautiful.
Deeply impactful, Ilya. You're able to feel it.
Yes,
like you rightly said, you're able to enjoy the process of the change. We would have missed all of this beautiful change if we had just focused on that outcome. How everything, the change actually takes place over several months. It's not like an on-off switch, right? Slowly, யாரோ I think one of my clients said, அது எப்படி இட்லி மாவு தள்ளுற மாதிரி அப்படி இப்படி நைஸா தள்ளி
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. நெவர் அதான் டுடே. சரி, அது இது முடிச்சிட்டு நான் சொல்றேன்.
So deep health aspects I want to talk to you about it, Poornima. You know the mission of the program is not just about like you said, diet or just focusing on nutrition or any of that, right? To bring about a holistic transformation in the person in all aspects, all domains. So physical domain, mental domain, emotional domain, relational, environmental, and then your existential. So physical domain, can you tell me where you were and where you are now? Give me 2 numbers on a scale of 1 to 10.
Maybe I was at a 5 or something. Now I am between 8 and 9.
Brilliant. And mental health?
Oh, mental health, I was somewhere between 5 and 6, I should say. Now you can give me a 9 also, Srividya.
10 குடுக்கற பூர்ணிமா.
Oh, thank you. இல்ல, அது இருக்கட்டும். அது இருந்தாதான் you still have room for improvement and betterment.
Okay, got it. Emotional health?
Emotional health, yes. Emotional, when I joined the program with the COVID and all those things, my emotional health was somewhere. I can't, looking back, it looks scary where I was, we didn't know what COVID was, but still we had to go and work as a frontline. So enna pandrom edu pandrom. So when I started the program, my emotional levels were somewhere or 3 or 4 அந்த மாதிரி இருந்திருக்கும். And that was the one, and the stress was unbelievable. அது வேர்ட்ஸ்ல சொல்ல முடியாது. I wish now I'm happy. I don't even realize where I was. Time heals அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா? So next year I don't want even to remember that I was there in that situation. So I was at 3 or 4. Now my emotional health is between 8 and 9.
Wow.
It's like
right time you made this decision for yourself.
Yes,
to invest in yourself, right?
Exactly. I thank God for giving me that insight at that
எப்படியோ
right
Facebook algorithm thank பண்ணோம் பூர்ணிமா. எப்படியோ என்னோட ப்ரொஃபைல் உன்னோட இதுல வந்தது.
எப்படி வந்ததுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. It's like I don't know. I don't have any friend called Srividya also. I don't have anybody. Why did you come up? So that's what I say. The alchemist சொல்ற மாதிரி, when you want something very bad, the universe conspires to make it happen. That is very true with me in this situation.
Relational health.
Yes, relational health, I told you. நான் இப்ப இவங்க எல்லாம் சொல்றத பார்த்தா நான் எங்கேயோ 4லயும் எங்கேயோ இருந்திருப்பேன் போல இருக்கு. It has come to 9, 8 to 9.
Wow. Environmental health, about how conducive your environment is towards your goals.
It's very I should thank my family. I should thank for all the little changes that I did. They did not, maybe there were some situations where they said, why are you eating fast booze and why are you not eating? That was very few situations. Otherwise they were always supportive of what I was doing, and they never discouraged me from doing anything. There are families who can tell you, what is it this? Why are you doing this? So why are you bringing in all these changes at home? If that had been the thing, then my journey would have been a little bit more tougher. Instead, they also tagged along with me and they said, okay, nee enna pandriyo, we also would like to take part in it. And if it is for the betterment, we will also do, is what they said. So I thank Chakri and Sneha big time for that. And my parents came and stayed with me during this journey for 2 months or so. Not a single time my mom or dad also questioned about what I was doing. And so they என்ன பண்ற எதுக்கு பண்றன்னு கூட எதுவுமே கேட்கல. They were so all that I should be happy. And I have a couple
very
of my
supportive.
friends, yeah, very supportive, and a couple of my friends are encouraging about all these things. So like how Dr. Shanmugh Priya says, "Poo, இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் fat இருக்கு வயிறுல, இதோட நிறுத்தாத, continue it." That's what she says. And all that is very, very, I'm thankful for all that. She really,
and of course, keeping the food that is conducive for your goals available, right? Fridge தரந்தா இருக்கு. For 2-3 items you have already cut and prepped and kept. You know, you have put certain things in your freezer. So idalla again very conducive for your goals. So where would you rate yourself?
I should thank you also, you never questioned about the supplements that I was taking. I've been taking supplements for many years. You never questioned me, edukku idu eduthukra, idha yen eduthukra, or you did not even ask me about what brand you're taking or what it is. Nothing. So that again is a blessing. I know some dietitians will say, nee idu edukku eduthukra vanda, this is very expensive, why are you taking, I can give you something different. All you never questioned about all those things. So I'm very thankful for allowing me to do what I was doing and build upon myself. So thank you.
You're most welcome, Poornima. Absolutely. So rating kuda
environmental வந்து இப்போ it's almost 9-10 கூட வெச்சுக்கலாம்.
And
Minnadi I had created the environment, I should say. இதுவும் எல்லாமே இருந்தது. My environment, it was say 4 something like that. I had my own restrictions, so I had created my environment at that time.
And existential domain, where do you think you're doing now? Living a life of purpose and values, fulfilling life. How do you feel right now?
8 to 9.
Okay. Beautiful. So overall, very, very gratifying feeling for me as a coach to see you actually build so many skills and come out in flying colors with so much confidence and conviction.
Thank you, Srividya. Exam madriye irundhathu.
You graduate, Poornima.
Thank you.
Scroll. அதெல்லாம்
இல்ல நம்ம will have that once. We can do it for the 8th element அகாடமிக்கு எல்லா உன்னோட கிராஜுவேட்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் கூப்பிட்டு அது பண்ணலாம்.
Yeah, absolutely. Last but not the least, about your experience working with me as your coach and your coaching experience, can you just share some feedback?
Definitely, why not? I'm waiting to do that. Okay.
So sweet.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you, Shri. Thanks for being that wonderful person. I never called you a coach or anything. I always felt you are somebody who really means good for me, or who thought, I never thought I had joined a program where it's either commercial or some relationship. And we just struck the chord in the first day itself, and I felt so comfortable with you. The first call that you made to find out why I want to join this program and all this, அப்பவே எனக்கு உன்னை ரொம்ப பிடிச்சு போச்சு. Okay, that's the thing. But then slowly, எப்பவுமே you never forced anything onto me, or you never asked me to do இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும், இதுதான் செய்யணும், அதெல்லாம் you never did all those things. You just அவங்க யாரோ அழகா இட்லி மாவு தள்ளி விட்ட மாதிரின்னு சொல்லல, அப்படி லேசா அந்த சப்பாத்தி எல்லாம் அடியே தட்டி. The best thing is what you did today. Chakri was asking me, can I be a student to Srividya? Ask her to take me as a first male student. I'll be sincere. You tell her that. I said, what exactly does she ask many questions? He said that. Then I just took a minute and I told him, she doesn't ask questions. She will ask you the question. You yourself, you should ask the questions that you want to ask, and you yourself give the solution for it. So that is not a easy thing to do with grown-up adults, Shri, I should say that. So you have that beautiful knack, because we all come with baggages. At 48, 49 years, I have lived so much, so I have my own baggage. But you provoked me to think, to come out with questions apt for that situation, and then I myself give an answer to that also. So when I commit with my answer and my own questioning, so you make me follow those things in the correct way. If it's an external person telling, definitely அது கொஞ்ச நாள் போயிருக்கும். இல்ல we are not kids to do something out of fear. So I cannot do something because I'm scared of Srividya. Srividya வந்து இந்த கால்ல இதை கேட்க போறா, அதனால I should do this அப்படின்னு. Maybe it will happen with kids, not with grown-up adults who come with so much of baggage. So that way, a big hats off to you. And என்ன சொல்றது, there's எனக்கு கரெக்டான வேர்ட்ஸ் வரமாட்டேங்கிறது. பட் you were a fantastic coach. You took to all our my grumbling, எப்பெல்லாம் நொய் 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 பண்ணேனோ அதையும் இதே சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் சொன்னேன். அண்ட் எப்ப என்ன பண்ணாலும் யூ ஆர் நாட் அலோன், யூ ஆர் நாட் அலோன் சொன்னேன். தென் அப்பெல்லாம் நான் நினைச்சுப்பேன், ஐயோ பாவம் எத்தனை பேர் ஸ்ரீவித்யா போட்டு நொங்குறாங்களோ என்ன மாதிரி நினைச்சுப்பேன். you are not alone now, how many people you are listening to அப்படின்னு நினைச்சுப்பேன். ஸோ big thanks for being there. என்ன சொல்றது, like a pillar. You just made me undergo the transformation that what I'm today. And I'm graduating with the confidence that I will carry on this for a long time. And the confidence that you give, any day you can come back to me if you need anything. That not many people will do. So it's been a fantastic. I'm a little bit sad that I'll miss this interactive calls. But we can
Me
always
too, Poornima. I will miss this too.
ஆமா. சோ நம்ம இந்த கால்ல எங்க நம்ம கோச்சிங் கால் மாதிரியா எல்லா காலையும் சிரிச்சு
அது டெஃபினட்டா மிஸ் பண்ணுவேன், வயிறு வலிக்க சிரிச்சு
so every day it was like that. And to deal with a person like me, it's not easy, and you did it in a very beautiful way, and you handled it in a lovely way. I never felt I was being coached. I always felt I was being directed towards the right direction. And so big thanks to you. You could have got your PN certification. எது வேணாலும் வாங்கிருக்கலாம். Getting certificates many people can do, but implementing it in the right way and tailor making it to every individual's needs is a skill that you have learned. And maybe you're born with it also, I should say. You're too intelligent. You're very intelligent and a sharp person. You remembered the little details also that I told you during the older calls and all those things. அதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுனாதான் அடுத்த வாட்டி you can bring that one. So you have your own clientele, but still remembering about what I told you. And I always admire you for that. So having that RAM space and bringing it out when it is needed is something God has gifted you with. And may your tribe grow.
Wow. Thank you, Poornima. Really appreciate.
May you touch many more lives in a positive way. இதுக்கு மேல பேசினா நான் இமோஷனல் ஆயிடுவேன், அதனால நான் பேச போறது.
Wonderful feedback. Really appreciate. And like you said, and என்னோட growth as a coach, you have played a very big role, Poornima. You have seen me grow, right? And the level 2 நான் பண்ணும்போது, right, last year midway தான் you joined me. So I got an opportunity to, like you said, certification means nothing if you are not implementing those skills.
Yes.
So thanks for being very open and patient with me as I also grew as a coach. I may have made mistakes, or I'm not sure. I'm very sorry if I.
இல்ல எனக்கு தெரியாது நீ கோச்சா எது ரைட் எது தப்புன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. அதனால நீ என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணி அதெல்லாம் ரைட் தான்.
And all is well that ends well. So as I also learned those skills and tried to apply this on people, I appreciate that openness in you. And thank you so much. You're such a wonderful person, Poornima.
Thank you.
You stayed committed to your journey. You signed up for it, right?
Yes.
And you stayed true to that. So showing up for your practices and doing the best you can. Again, it's not about aiming for perfection, but every day just doing something.
Yes,
um,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So brilliant work with these kind of qualities. You are sure to go even beyond what you set your mind for. So wishing
Thank
you
you.
the best, Poornima. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
Shri. Yeah,
for
thank you.
trusting
Thank you.
me, with your journey.
Hey, it's wonderful. I again tell you, I'm very happy I met you. I came across you, and all these things happened in our lives. So it's going to be a win-win situation. And doubt, I'll come back. And if at all you do something more in your coaching practice, and you feel I need to be there to further transform my life, feel free to call me back and tell me.
Nice. Okay, sure.
நான் இது ஏதோ பண்ணிருக்கேன், நீ வரியா என்னோட இந்த ஜர்னில வரியா, உனக்கு இன்னும் பெட்டரா ஆகும் அப்படின்னு எனக்கு தோன்றதுன்னா, just don't hesitate to call me and I will come. See, now
So sweet.
my husband wants to join you. So that
அது
is the
கொஞ்சம் வெயிட்
impact.
லிஸ்ட்ல இருக்க சொல்லு.
இல்ல, அது impact, அது it's a big
பெரிய
feather on
விஷயம், பெரிய
your
விஷயம் for ஆமா.
looking at somebody's transformation, someone wants to join. No, it's not a joke. So it has not happened
Absolutely.
accidentally. So you've put in your effort, and you deserve every bit of appreciation that
Thank
you
you
get.
so much, Poornima. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. We'll catch up.